Yo, what up? It's DJ Cash, the Fly Haitian Kid, aka Big Bomber in the building, of course. My homie Mixmaster David in the building. It's all
What's
about
good,
branding,
bro?
son. You know what I mean?
Bamba Tuesday branding, bro.
You know what I
Matching the
mean?
couch and all that stuff. You
Yeah, man.
you did all this? You
What do you
designed
mean?
it? You designed it? You found the couch and found this thing? Yo, this nigga is so detailed, bro.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I did find the
Yeah,
couch.
that's
But I mean, there's
dope.
nothing to it, bro. It's a simple design. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's, not, it's
yeah, I
nothing
get
to
it. I
design.
get
You know
it.
what I mean?
I get it. I get it.
The
I get it. I
couch.
see the wall. You know what I mean? I see the paintings on the wall and all that stuff.
You know what I mean?
Big
Just
Bamba settings.
you know what I mean? Just a few guests have graced the Bomber Tuesday
Yeah,
DJ
that's what-
booth.
that's not
You
what-
know what I
that's
mean?
not what- Yeah, that's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope.
You know what I mean? So
That's dope.
yeah, bro. So what's up with you, man?
Man, I'm good, bro. You know what I mean? I'm just here chilling and trying to figure out what's next for next year and all that stuff. You
Right.
know what I mean? I'm just trying to just aim higher.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes I like to sit down with my superstar DJ friends, you know what I mean? And and you know, talk about music. You know, sometimes we don't get to do that as much.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. That's true. You know what I mean? I don't think people realize how close we are too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Pause.
Yeah. Super pause.
Yeah, super pause. You know what I mean? So, you know, we family, we come in, we kind of have the same, well, or similar upbringing in terms of music in Atlanta.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and then to see where we are right now is like, it's something to celebrate amongst ourselves and stuff.
1000%, man. One of the main things I wanted to talk to you about too is like you just said, like music in Atlanta, and then just music in general, because I see you doing your thing, you know, with Usher, you moving around and stuff like that. So you like you said, we have a similar point of view when it comes to music and traveling and you know how music is played and how it's received. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So like, as a Jamaican, how do you feel about the status of dancehall music now? What do you think that the status of dancehall music is?
It's so okay. So at this point, I realize it's in a dark space. You know, it's not to. I really am trying to pick my words correctly. I'm not trying to diss it or diss the people that's doing it, but it's not what we're used to. It's not where we're coming from with dancehall.
Right.
You know what I mean? Dancehall was a fun genre, one of those genres that, you know. But I would say this. Ding Dong, TJ. There's some songs that we can play with. You know what I mean? Especially in the international space, because as much as we talk about dancehall in the international space, when you go to like the Caribbean and the hardcore dancehall parties, bro, they make you feel like, yo, what the hell is this? These people are busting blanks forwards for the darkest song ever.
Yeah.
So, you know, they accept it for what it is. So it's just for us now to really, it's either we're gonna work with it or just find the good songs in between and just say, yo, I want this song. This song can work. That song is too dark. I can't rock with that. I can't shoot nobody in their head. I can't rob nobody. I can't scam.
I can't shoot nobody
That's
in
not
the head.
me. I can't relate to it and stuff. Or we just come to the realization that it's not about us.
Yeah.
It's about the audience.
For me, I think like I don't know what the state of dancehall is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just know that I remember like as a DJ when the party was getting stale and you wanted girls to get up and you wanted them to party, you used to play. The first thing you used to draw for was dancehall music.
So you know what's so funny? It's just like hip hop, right? If you notice, it's the same thing for hip hop. Like it's dark. It's in a dark space. It's at an all-time low. Niggas on crash out time and all that stuff. But if you notice, R&B parties is some of the biggest parties in that going around the country right now. You know what I mean?
But look, that's what I was about to say. So like, dancehall used to be the music or the genre you used to go to get the party started.
Yeah,
like to
that's
get
true.
girls out of their seat, to
That's
get them
true.
dancing,
That's
to
true.
get people excited about being there. But
true.
now that has kind of switched to Afrobeat
or old school dancehall.
or old school dancehall.
Yeah, so like even like as far as when we say old school, not even necessarily so old, Like the drift can do some, the ding dong fling, the ding dong bounce, all the ding dong party joints right now can do that, as well as you have a few other artists that can do the skangs and all that stuff. Then you go back old school, because the sound of the dancehall now is more trap R&B ish or hip hop ish.
But let me ask you, right?
Yeah.
You see, you got artists now, right? Well, you got artists like Wayne Wonder, and
Yeah.
Sean Paul, and Beres Hammond, and there's a whole heap of artists that like have been out for 20 years plus, 30 years plus, that are still touring and still doing packed
Yeah,
out
they're doing
shows.
numbers.
Do you think the artists that are out today are gonna be able to do that 10 years from now, 20 years from now?
I don't see it. I don't see, because I don't think some of the songs are aging well. Because let's say, for instance, we're in, let's say, for between 2000 and now, that's 2 decades, right? And there's a lot of songs that came out during that time. I had to just delete them from my laptop because they didn't age well. You know what I mean? And it's not to, like again, it's not to shit on dancehall or not like that. But some of the songs just don't age well. Like the songs that you're gonna have a few songs that age well. Like of course you have Shabba Mother the pop, the Dexter Daps. So, a few of the Shensias, the early Shensias is gonna age well.
Right.
Like this Gaza Slim, she aging well. Some of the Cartels, Popcorns aging
She's
well.
actually doing really well for like, this is no shade, but for like an artist that hasn't had like a super duper hit in a little minute.
Yeah.
Like her fans are like hardcore fans.
Yeah, they're hardcore.
Like they come out to see her, they'll sing along to like so she to your point, she's aging, like her music is aging very well.
Yeah, so it's just to find those. Not every bro, like even but if you think about it, even in the 90s, you have a lot of songs that came out in the 90s that didn't age well, but you have a lot of songs that age well.
But I would say
And rhythms.
songs that came out in the 90s are aging way better than songs that are gonna age now.
Right.
I would say 70% of the music and the artists that are out now, you won't hear from in 5 years.
Yeah, you won't. And then so I had this conversation with someone while I was on the Jamrock cruise the other day, right? And this is like an OG in the game. I'm like, what is it with the producers that produced SZA back in the day, the Lucianos, and all those artists? What is it with them? Why their songs were so solid back then, and the songs were well written,
Right?
and stuff like that. And I came to the observation that the people just took time with their songs, took time writing, took time producing. They sat with a mix of months and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Then before they put it out, and then, but in today's days, like, bam, it's just a microwavable kind of thing. Like
Every week a songs are coming.
yeah, and you have an artist that drop a song today, and then next week he drops another song. So he doesn't give his fans a time to really dive into it and sit with it and let it soak in.
Let me ask you this then, right? When you were DJing on the Welcome to Jamrock cruise, what was hitting the most? What was translating to the people?
90s.
Now, is that just a demographic? Because there's older. What would you say? There was older people on there.
Yes, it was. It was not necessarily that. It was a mix of everybody, right? So I would say you had an age group from probably 30 and up. And what happened with that is, I use my head sometime and try to see, like, let me dive into these people headspace and see where they're at. So these people are working class people, right? Mm-hmm. They have a job. They probably don't go to the parties a lot, mm-hmm. and all that stuff. And here comes a big event for them to go to, Jamrock cruise. All right, I'm gonna take a cruise with my aunt, my uncle, my auntie, that kind of vibe.
Right.
I'm pulling up. So they pull up. So I realized that the kind of music they will be listening to is more not the hardcore songs, but more the commercial songs. And then it's marketed as a reggae cruise. But of course, we're unruly. We do like different, a few different genres. I don't think they're happy with it, but they realize that people accept it and stuff like that. And then we go back to reggae, and then we go back to dancehall, and it worked.
So what about? So I mean, that brings me to my next question. Like, what about reggae? Like, because we used to have a few breakout. There used to be like a few breakout reggae artists that are like, kind of universally known throughout the genres that will break over and cross over the genres. You don't really see that in reggae no more either.
Yeah, and when I ask like, yo, what's up with reggae? People tell me that the young kids don't want to hear reggae no more. It wasn't for me.
I don't believe that, bro.
I don't believe it either, because when Chronix, the movement with Chronix, Protege, Lila Ike, and Janine and all of them, and Kabaka, they started out with reggae, and the reggae was a movement, and it was moving. You know what I mean? And that's what got them through the mainstream and stuff. But I think something happened where they just fell back. After COVID, we didn't hear nothing from them. They fell. Kabaka is still doing his thing, but we are anticipating to hear Acronics. We're anticipating to hear more Proteges, and more leader. And Protege had a decent album too, during the COVID as well too, and stuff. You know what I mean?
Do you think you think it's fair to say reggae is struggling right now?
It is. I think that the key players in reggae music has taken a step back and stuff. But what you find that's happening though, you find that reggae is thriving in different markets.
So then can we really say it's struggling?
It's struggling on the mainstream, like in our circle, probably in the Western world. But like, funny enough, let me not say the Western world, because if you go to the West Coast, reggae is big amongst the Somalians and stuff. But
in Europe,
right? But it's their artists, and Kenya and some parts of Africa.
Got you.
Their artists. That's thriving. Like if you think about the what's his name again? J Boogs. I can't remember some of the bands' name. That's how much reggae is not hitting on my side, because I don't even remember some of the Hawaiian bands, and their reggae is big amongst them.
Right.
But amongst the Jamaican circle, it's not many songs that as for reggae, because people are probably trying to figure out what's reggae different from dancehall. Reggae is basically the Bob Marley sounding vibe, the drop leaf rhythm, the Wayne Wonder and Buju Banton, Bonafide, Saddest Day of My Life, or modern day TOK.
You think Bonafide is reggae?
Yeah,
I think that's more dancehall.
It's a bridge
you think that is that rhythm a dancehall rhythm? Isn't that rhythm's a dancehall rhythm?
It's probably a bridge between both.
Right. I would say that's one of the perfect hybrids.
Yeah.
If there's a hybrid where it's like there's both.
I think that's a reggae. It's a reggae vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's reggae.
I don't know. I think it's more dancehall than reggae.
It's dancehall. It's reggae.
I think it's one of those perfect
hybrids.
Right, it's a hybrid. It's one of those perfect hybrids.
It's just like Sean Paul, hot, sexy, punk.
Yeah.
You can say it's dancehall. You can say it's reggae.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But the groove of it is like a dancehall groove, but it's still reggae.
So what do you think needs to change though? Like how do we change that?
I think it's in the hands of people, like probably the people who love it, like us, and people of our generation, to really like try to see push it. Okay, what's missing from reggae, and how can we elevate reggae from what it was and make it more acceptable to the mainstream? Right. And I think with that is writing, with that production and writing. You know what I mean? Because we can say a lot of things, but a lot of people can't relate to Rastafari. You know, a lot of people can't relate to Bundong Babylon and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like we have to make it a situation where it's acceptable. Just like Afrobeat. Afrobeat have the catchy chorus.
So wait, do you think that's why artists like Leela and Coffee work because they don't necessarily they're not necessarily like all the way talking about Rastafari and bunning out Babylon. You think they speak about just general topics that everybody would know and understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So you think
Because
maybe
Toast, if you think about Toast, Toast is like one of them songs where it was well written.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Toast, blessings fall upon my right hand. It's speaking to everyone. You know what I mean? Gratitude is a must. It's speaking to everyone. If you ask me, you know what I mean? Because think about the way the one does No Letting Go, why it worked. It worked because it's a dope melody on a dope beat, a dope song, and it was well written.
You can't go wrong with love songs either.
Yeah, you can't.
You
go
know
wrong
that
with love songs.
when he wrote that he that's a true story.
Yeah.
You know he wrote that
Well,
about
him and Jackie almost left.
yeah. Yeah. He wrote
I saw them on the cruise too.
Yeah, you know he
So
wrote
one go on mix master. Well, go on sing it.
sing it.
No, sing so I go on sing so.
But yeah, so that was a real thing that he was going through. And
wow.
Jackie was saying like she gonna leave him, and
Jackie ain't going nowhere, bro.
you know, well, you know they were going through going through their trouble.
Jackie don't play.
They were going through their trouble. They were going through their, like every couple does, and basically he was basically saying there's no letting go.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they're gonna stick together and ride it out forever. But that was like a real situation though.
So what you trying to say? Like Sirani was going through something to his girl, was about to leave him?
No, I'm just saying.
Him girl like give him bun. Love you, girl.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying in that instance, that was a true story.
Yeah,
that was based
sense.
off of a real situation.
That makes sense.
You know what
That
I'm
makes
saying?
sense. I can see that.
Yeah, that was based off of a real situation.
That makes sense.
That's all I'm saying.
It's a well written song. It's a dope song, and from that rhythm, you have Sean Paul. You had, I think Danny
Elephant
English
Man?
said Elephant Man, but I think that Danny English said Eggnog was supposed to be a big song, yo. Party people in the house. Are you ready for this?
there's a lot of them. That whole rhythm is like, to me, like
Hits.
the Showtime.
Hits.
Almost every song on there is like
That's
popping,
it.
son.
That's it. That's
You know what I
it.
mean?
That's it.
So what do you think? Like for me, I think like with dancehall, I think dancehall is starting to emulate hip hop too much, and that's why it's not translating like it used to.
It started in the early 2000, bro. It started in the early 2000 when you have, shout out to Daseca, like the early Movados, the early Cartels, and these people were just experimenting. All they wanted to do was to be accepted by the mainstream. That's why they did that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because Stephen the Genius, he was doing his thing, and it's the same thing. Like he tried to. Timberland was his biggest. Well, he was a big fan of Timberland and all that stuff.
Right.
So he tries to do the Timberland drum patterns, and guess what it did? He shifted away from dancehall, but that was just one producer that was just doing it. And then what you find out happen, Carter will get a hit song on the rhythm, or Movado will get a hit song on the rhythm. Then guess what? Yo, you can't make a rhythm like Steve. And then it's a chain reaction. And then what you realize now, we're 2 decades in. This is 20 year, or probably 20 years since Stephen McGregor, or probably a little less.
Right.
20 years since Stephen McGregor came out, or since Daseca came out. And then some of the kids don't even know what we're talking about when we're talking about authentic dancehall.
That's true, because now it's like dancehall used to be very high energy.
Yeah.
Dancehall used to be about
Drum groove was
dancing.
different, you know what I mean?
Dancehall used, and I mean to some extent it's still about dancing.
Yeah,
but,
it is.
But now you find like the tempo has dropped, like the subject
groove.
matter has changed.
Yeah.
So I think because we used to draw as DJs, we used to draw for dancehall because
time.
it sounded different. It was very different. It was high energy. It sounded different. But now, right now, if I play you some of the top dancehall records, just the rhythm, you wouldn't be able to tell me if it's a hip hop beat or if it's a dancehall beat. You wouldn't be able to tell me. Bro. Before, dancehall had a distinct drum pattern, a distinct groove. That has gone now. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna give you this, right? So I'm DJing at Tongue and Groove. So Tongue and Groove have 2 rooms, right? They have the pop, the open format side, which is house, EDM, commercial hip hop, like some top 10 hip hop here and there.
Right.
And then you have the side room. The side room now, they allow me to do anything. But one thing I notice is anytime I put on a beat, like whether reggaeton or dancehall, you find that the room could be empty. You find that people start coming over. And that was my cheat code every week. I would use that to just clear the main room and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And all they have to do is just hear boop, 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 boop. That's all they have to do.
But you see what you just said? Like, there used to be a distinct sound. And if you peep it, right? Like, if you peep, other genres have stole that sound and they're winning with it.
They're winning
but dancehall changed it. Like, look at reggaeton. Reggaeton's winning around the world.
Yeah.
And it basically took the 90s drum pattern from dancehall.
Probably one or two rhythms. Probably one beat or two beat off dancehall is reggaeton. That's the craziest
The whole reggaeton,
thing.
you mean? It's like the whole genre. It is.
That's that. And you know what that groove come from? That groove come from the church, you know. Like they call it the Pentecostal or we call it Procomedian church. That's it.
It is crazy, but other genres have took, even to some extent, even Afrobeat.
Yeah.
They've taken kind of like that skank from reggae. They took in, because a lot of the songs, like dancehall songs that are slower, you can hear the skank.
Because listen to this, like Calm Down. The Calm Down, Burna Boy Plenty. The drum groove. Boom, 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 boom. So Soweeta. All them songs is like you're like, yo, that's dancehall drum groove. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
Same thing as groovy soca. Groovy soca is dancehall.
I agree, bro. 100%, bro.
Yeah.
100%. But the question is like, okay, I think, and I wouldn't say like dancehall is dead.
No, it's not.
Or reggae is dead.
It's not.
Right?
It's not.
I just think there's gonna be a reset.
So you notice how you have like these parties that's going around. Okay, so you have Bamba Tuesday. You have Everyday People in New York. You have, it's gonna be like an underground reset. It's gonna and then creep right up. Like it's gonna start from the underground where you have some kids, some rebellious kids that's gonna do it, and then you just find that it's just gonna come on the surface, and then it's like, oh shit, dancehall is back.
Right. I think, and the crazy thing is, like, it's funny you mentioned you know, the whole squad with like Chronix and Leela and all that. I thought that was gonna be the resurgence.
It was, bro. It was because in Jamaica there was a movement. Even in New York, Miami, there was a movement with young millennials that gravitated to the culture, to the culture music, and so I'm on a lot of blogs, like watching the blogs and stuff like that, and a lot of things was said by individual people, like, you know, a few little selectors that has a say in the culture. And I think Chronix probably allowed that to get to him a little bit, as well as COVID happened, you know? But, I mean, yo, right now, I would anticipate a Chronix album right now, or even an EP.
For me, right now, I'm not even gonna lie, like, I'm kind of tired of it all. I'm tired of hip-hop.
Yeah.
I'm kind of tired of dancehall.
Yeah.
I'm like, for
Old
me,
dancehall or new dancehall?
New dancehall, but the problem is this: as a DJ, to make a living, you really can't really make a. I'm not gonna say you can't, but for me, it's not gonna be as profitable as I like it to be if I only stuck to old school dancehall. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, like, that's why I've changed my whole thing. Like me, I rock with, like, that's why I love the I'm a Piano movement right now, because it's all about fun. It's all about dancing. It's all about having a good time. Like, the subject matter isn't about stealing, shooting, scamming, robbing. It's about dancing, having fun.
Yeah.
It's about, you know, and that's what, and the parties reflect that. You go to Bamba Tuesdays, you go to I'm a Piano party. There's not even sections, because even if people are buying a bottle, they're bringing it on the dance floor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they're dancing. They're pouring their drinks and then they're dancing.
So I was like that a couple years ago, right? And what it is, I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm Jamaican, and I have to respect the platform that I have, right? So what I did, I try to find a sweet spot. I'm like, yo, I can't play every dancehall song because every dancehall song is not gonna work in my market. So what I do,
Right.
what I did, I would pick. I would say, all right, let me see what the song talking about. Yo, the beat bad, the beat are bad. All right, I can work with that. All right, let me see what I'm talking about. Oh, the chorus over this are bad. Let me work with that. So what I did, I A&R, I re-A&R the
Right.
whole thing. You know what I mean? And I'm working with that. I'm working with that. I'm working with that. I'm gonna push that. I'm gonna push that. That's a dope song. In everything that we have, is like we can still find like some nice and some songs that's not too low vibration, not killing everybody and stuff like that.
Right.
And you can find some fun songs and everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's gonna come back though, Cash. Trust me.
But I just don't like, you know me, I love dancehall and reggae.
Yeah.
Like that's what got me popping on the scene
Yeah.
here in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like I never hide that. I never like I grew up on Jamaican sound system culture, you know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
facts.
And I grew up I always say Jamaican sound system culture and house music is like what got me into music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
I just hate to see where it is at the moment because and like I wonder what like the world has been inspired. Jamaican culture, Jamaican music has inspired almost every genre in at least every popular genre right
Yeah.
now. Like you can find elements of reggae and dancehall in almost
everything.
every genre. Like, which is why I don't understand why sometimes like Jamaican or dancehall artists like want to sound more mainstream.
Because it's an acceptance. Because keep in mind, if you talk to someone from Jamaica right now, they will tell you that dancehall doesn't have an industry. And I don't like when they say that because, of course, people been making money out of dancehall for years. You are the industry.
Right.
You know what I mean? The fact that you are able to put music out and make money from that, you are the industry. The only thing you need to start doing is employ. Start to build a system around you. Well, you have your photographers, videographers, you have your marketing person, you have your PR, you have everyone, and the next thing you know, you have a whole label because you can replicate the template of that you use to make you pop, and then you can start signing other artists and say, yo, try use my template with that guy and see what happens.
Yeah. It's just
That's our industry.
I think too, like I think it's a tricky thing, right? Because at some point music, the industry, artists all have to evolve.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It can't stay the same from since its conception. You know what I'm saying? So, but where's that happy medium? Like, because you want it to sound very authentic.
Yeah.
Because the reason why people love it so much is because it sounds very different.
Yeah.
So I don't know where that happy medium is. Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
If Jamaicans don't stay authentic to that sound and culture, other people will. And then it's gonna look bad. That's how you have the Grammys and you have a white reggae band that wins, and Jamaicans are looking like, wait a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I never heard that song before. Who that?
Right. You know
Who
what I'm
that
saying? But it's like they're like very reggae. They're not trying to sound like nothing else but reggae. You know what I'm saying?
So here what I say too. It's a couple things I have to say, right? So in terms of evolving as a culture and the music, we have to start playing the game the way it's being played, right? So all right, cool. Let's say they say music is like 10% music and 90% business, right?
Right.
Yeah, I kind of differ too as well. Let's see if we can replicate what the Americans do then, like the industry of like, let's see if we can replicate what Sony do. Figure out how what Sony does to put out roll out an album, roll out a record. All right, so they use that guy to distribute it amongst DJs. Okay, so they use those people for marketing. Okay, so who called Breakfast Club or who does this? Who does the radio interviews? All right, so let's see if we can get those people in our industry.
Yeah, but
You
I
know
think
what I mean?
it's not even getting that far because of
The sound.
right.
All right, let's go back to the sound. So when you talk about evolving in terms of music and production, there's a lot of things we can do. First thing first, our A&R is even last to the list, right? But we can definitely get an A&R because you have people out there that have a better ear than us as the artist
Right.
and as a producer, right? So let's say, for instance, now, if you think about dancehall, is a very few producers that has evolved in terms of the sounds that they use. The sounds that they use, the instruments they incorporate. Because if you listen to like the Bruno Mars, or let's not say Bruno Mars, let's say Justin Bieber when he did all those tropical, what they call tropical house, which is dancehall.
Tropical pop, they call
Pop,
it.
yeah, yeah. So when they did all them songs, if you notice, if you listen to those songs, it's just like one instrument, bang, 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 bang. All right, so yo, where them niggas get that plug from? All right, let me see where we can find that plug. Or it came from a synth. So instead of producing it on a computer and producing in the box, let's see if you can produce out the box and see if it make a difference. Let's see if we can go to a real studio with a real engineer that been doing this thing for a while and see if we can get a better sound. And
But you don't think dancehall artists are doing that? I think they are. You think Movato's recording in a garage somewhere?
So some of the people that they are recording just learn as they go along.
Oh, gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying? But still, you have like some dope producers and dope engineers that's there. That's not really doing nothing right now. Like dope. I'm talking about dope engineers from. Some of them have an older ear, but at the same token, you know what I mean?
Right.
They know the sound.
Right.
You know what I mean? Tap in with them. Or even, let's say, mixing. All right? Who mixed that Justin Bieber record? Anybody that mixed that record, I want my kick to sound just like that. I want the bass to sound just like that. How everything mesh, or everything just is like a big marriage. How everything is working. Oh, so Jimmy Douglas did that. Okay, all right. Let's see how much Jimmy Douglas charge. Right. He expensive now. You know what I mean? But at the same token, let's see if we can evolve. Also, with writing, let's see if we can get somebody to write for us. Like write better hooks and we just do the verse.
But it's also frustrating as a like DJ who wants to champion that culture and that genre. Because let's be real, like it's not very lucrative to be a dancehall DJ nowadays.
So, and this is what, you're right? You're
like,
right?
because there's not, okay, like, if you do house music, there's probably 100 festivals that I can name you that you have if you're a good DJ, you have the potential to get on. You know what I mean?
So it's just like me. So when I was doing dancehall, I realized that like in 2008 after the recession, I realized like, yo, I was reaching my peak in the dancehall scene. And then I was watching people like the Kid Capri's and all those bigger DJs. I'm like, yo, what would it take for Black Chinese? I wasn't even looking at it from myself. I was looking at it from the Stone Love, the Black Chinese, those people. I'm like, what would it take for those guys to be on a Coachella or be on a bigger festival and all that stuff as to represent dancehall?
Right.
And then when we got to 2010, I say, you know what? I have to switch this up because I reached a peak in Stone Mountain and then I realized I was in a small community. And the small community that I'm in is like, they won't allow you to be great. You know what I mean? It's sad to say, it's a sad truth.
I know it all too well.
Yeah, it's a sad truth. They won't allow you to be great. They won't allow you to grow. So I say, yo, let me make a switch. So when I made a switch now, that's when I'm like, oh, so this is where the big money is at. And it might took me out, my process was kind of slow in building in the American scene, but at the same token, I'm here now, today, doing big things and still using dance.
Yeah, but that kind of brings me to my point. Like, you did the same thing I did. You kind of had to switch genres to really make real money.
Yeah.
Because there aren't too many dancehall gigs where you can make tens of thousands of dollars. I don't think there's any dancehall gig where you can make tens of thousands.
Unless you become the artist.
But then now you're not a DJ. You got to do way more. Okay, granted, yes, in house music, a lot of the DJs are producers, right? And in a lot of genres that's the case too. But even as a producer / DJ, I feel like there's kind of a ceiling when it comes to if you're gonna do like full-fledged dancehall events. Like, I'm a piano DJ, I could go around the world and get top dollar to play at festivals.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? And play hardcore piano. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. Because
Can you name
You're
any
right.
like anywhere as a DJ you could go play real authentic hardcore dancehall and get tens of thousands of dollars to play?
Nah.
I don't know of
But
a place that's gonna pay
what?
you
I
10
had a
grand.
conversation with Shawnee B from the UK. It was me and DJ Shawnee B from BBC One Extra, and Mad Out on the phone, and we were talking about the whole ship and everything, like the whole happenings and the way we approach the music. And he said something to me. He has a live audio from Glaxbury, somewhere in Europe. Like they have this big festival, yearly festival that they bring out a lot of hip hop artists and stuff like that. He's like, yo, what I make at Glaxbury is like crazy that I don't have to do too much work and stuff like that. So that's only that one festival that pays him. And you're right, we need more festivals like that and more thing like that. But it come back to us too as well. If we need to see how we can build our brands, if we intend to stay in dancehall, how can we build our brands within dancehall to make it that we're so in demand that what we ask so we get? Because we still, outside of the Stone Love, the Renaissance, we still have not had, and the Tony Matarans, we still haven't had someone that came in dancehall and like, yo, is so in demand that anything they ask so they get. Because Mataran back in the day, not Mataran now, when he had Dirty Wine and all that stuff, like you say, you're right. You have to do extra stuff. When he had Dirty Wine,
it's not good enough to just be a DJ, bro.
Yeah.
You got to DJ, produce, be an artist, and then even then, you may have a chance because even though Mataran like broke out with a dope single, and even though the single was kind of crossover, you never really seen Mataran on those crossover stages.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's marketing too, and I see he did a couple things. Him, not to talk about his business and all that stuff. He did a couple things that I would do different if I was in his position.
Like what?
Like he's the artist. He's a star. He's the man that when like, okay, so if Mataran has a dope mixer with him, oh boy, you can't chat to Mataran.
Right.
Like if he has a dope mixer, like he had this kid with him from Brooklyn, I think, or one of them places, called Johnny Killer. Like when Mataran used to go in clashes with Johnny Killer, bro, Johnny Killer used to have like a speed mix that he would do, and Mataran, I don't think he even rehearsed it. He's that
right. That
his
witty.
IQ with the music is that crazy, yo.
Yeah.
He was standing on the front of the stage and like he would just command the crowd on any level, fully loaded. If you think about it, some of Mataran's biggest iconic moments, he has a mixer.
Does Fully Loaded still keep?
No, not right now.
Because that's another thing I was gonna ask. Do people care about dub plates anymore?
Depends on how it's been written. Because most of the sounds that have dub plates that stand out is dub plates that are well written. Like Stone Love, Bass Odyssey, they have the most Jaro. They have some of the most anthems as dub plates.
Right.
That when you play it, people know what song is that. Tell them for this, you know. Even take Stone Love sound with pain.
Yeah, but that's stuff that's nostalgic to people though. You saying stuff that you heard 10 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe even 20 years ago, and it's just nostalgic to you. I'm saying now. You're saying classic songs. You're saying classic dub plates that from legendary sounds.
But for it, so Cash,
some of those will never die. What I'm saying now in today's
you're
age.
right. But what I'm saying is the only way you can have a classic dub plate unless it's well written to your standard. So anytime you go up there and you play that song, it's saying everything that you want it to say.
No,
like for instance, the Damian Marley from Jungle to Rima,
right.
From Brooklyn to Flatbush.
Okay. That's like a look of one or two that I might be clever.
But they rewrite it.
What I'm saying is, could an event like Fully Loaded keep now and sell thousands of tickets?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one because
And
you're
I don't,
right.
and mind you, I don't know the answer. I'm not saying it cannot. I don't know the answer. I'm asking.
You're right because let me tell you why you're right. It depends on the sound system that they use because part of what made Fully Loaded was of course Mataran. Then you have some young gods that was coming up like the Copper Shots, the Renaissance, all them songs. Them songs stood out so much that I want to hear Renaissance set, or I want to hear Copper Shot set, or I want to hear Code Red set, kind of thing. And okay, outside of those sounds, you really don't. I think it can, but those sounds are not the sounds that's running things right now. Because if you think about what's the DJs that's running things in dancehall right now, is people like the Boom Boom, Harry Hype, and the who else, the Bankers and all that stuff. I don't know if they have. They're great DJs, but no, and no disrespect to them, I don't know if they have that pulling power like some of the uptown songs had back in the day, or some of the hardcore songs.
Yeah, because that's what I was
had
gonna
back
say
in the
too.
day.
Even if you did keep a Fully Loaded, who would be on it, right?
I
Because
think it can work though.
because
I think it
even
could
though
work.
I grew up a Clash fan, I think, I think it's time to groom some new sounds. Because even though I enjoy listening to Bass Odyssey, I enjoy listening to Mighty Crown,
Yeah.
Poison Dart and Black Cat and all
Yeah.
them. It's time for some new blood.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess too, what I'm asking is there new blood? Are sounds even focused on cutting dubs?
I think few. There
First
might
of
have a
all,
few
are there
people there.
even the sound system? Like most people aren't even creating sounds anymore. They're just a lot of DJs.
And then
You know what I mean?
because for one, the system, I hate to use the word system, but the system is not allowing sound system to thrive.
The man will.
Yeah, the man don't want the sound system to thrive because they have noise ordinance. They have all that, bro. When I see I'm in Jamaica and I'm not hearing any sound system busting through the hills like how I used to, like when I grew up, I used to hear a sound system like when it reached Friday evening from 3:00 after school, you could hear the sound system like stringing up.
So I mean that's a different perspective then. So you do you think systematically they're trying to suppress the culture from growing and getting bigger?
So I don't think it's an intentional thing. I think it's just happening. Like you taking away a sound man can play sound out loud. Listen, that big speaker box, no, it have to come down. Yeah, you're disturbing my grandmother over there, and you're disturbing the church over there, or you're disturbing this and that. Right? So that's one. Then you can no profanities, which again I don't have no problem with. No profanities. That's too taking away the fun from the music. You know what I mean? And
because we can't have dancehall without cursing.
Yeah, man. And then some radio stations in Jamaica don't allow even dancehall to be played.
No, that's crazy.
Exactly. Or
That's not true.
Or juggling.
That's true?
Yeah, one of my favorite stations. They took away, like the program director took away all the privileges of juggling. Played more than one song on a rhythm.
No, I don't believe that, bro.
All right.
Time
I
out.
won't say it. I just won't say it
You're telling me
publicly on the air.
as much as I've been to Jamaica, I've never I've been to Jamaica a lot of times,
Yeah.
and I've never been there and listened to the radio. I never did that, but so you're saying in Jamaica there's radio stations that don't allow or don't condone the playing of dancehall?
Oh yeah, bro.
In Jamaica?
In Jamaica, bro. In Jamaica, they're a different format, and
Nah.
one of them.
So
main
wait, what do they play?
They play like pop, hip hop, R&B, all that stuff. But one of the stations though. That's
because the station isn't just that. Isn't that format though.
So it was. So when it started out, it was dancehall, pop, house. It had that, bro. That's how I learned to play music. I learned to DJ or set my crates from that station.
So it's not necessarily that it's like against dancehall. They just changed their format.
It's like they put it like this.
Because you're not gonna, bro. You're not gonna.
Because a couple of my idols is on that station, so I'm be careful. I'm choosing my words correctly before I this. You know,
No, but listen though.
I even had a talk with one of them on the ship.
No, but wait.
Yeah.
It's the same reason why you wouldn't hear Spanish music on a hip hop station here, because it's just not that format. It's not that it's against Spanish music. It's just not that format. So maybe they're just trying to target a different audience.
Boy, I don't see what audience that is, because what built the station is top 40, current dancehall songs, soca, all that stuff. But you can't play more than 3 or 4 songs on a rhythm. No sound effects. They don't want no sound effects and all that stuff. Because you have stations in Jamaica now, they will give you a whole dancehall experience.
Right.
You know what I mean? They give sound effects after sound effects.
Wait, so okay, maybe that is an attack on dancehall, because that's part of the culture, like the sound effects, dancehall has made the like iconic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they can't play sound effects.
Yeah. So they're trying to. I think what they're trying to do, they're trying to cater to an elite setup, a certain class of people, but that's not what built the station.
Gotcha.
You had that class, but bro, listen. So okay, I'm gonna give you Fame FM. The station is Fame FM. All my friends, I have a lot of friends that DJ on it. One of my idols is still on the station and all that stuff. So Fame FM was a pop station. They used to play everything, bro. You think of it, if it's hot here, it's hot in Jamaica. It's gonna be played on Fame, right? And then you have since of lately, the Broadcast Commission, they opened up and granted a lot more licensing to other radio stations. Then you have Zip FM, right? So Zip FM now is a more younger, vibrant Fame FM.
Got you. Okay.
You know what I mean? But Fame FM now, they took a step back and say like, yo, I don't want too much songs. I don't want too much songs being played on one rhythm. We don't want sound effects and a couple of stuff they took away from. So a couple of the privileges they took away from the DJs. And trust me, you had some real shooters on that station. You talk about Kurt Riley. You talk about Arif Cooper, rest in peace.
So wait. So again, do you think that's them making an attempt to sound less like a dancehall station, or it's just because, hey, we're this kind of format, let's stick to this format?
So it's two questions. The 2 questions that you just asked answers it, because one, yeah, we want to do this format, but the format when they made a change, we're talking about an iconic station. It's just like you said, V103 stopped playing hip hop, right? And it's just doing old school and R&B.
Right.
And V103 is known for
playing
hip-hop.
everything. They're known for everything. They're
You
known
know what I'm
for
saying?
everything.
So it will seem like it's an attack on hip hop, if you ask me. So, you know, even though it might not be an attack, deliberate attack, but when you take away these privileges,
that's what it looks like.
yeah, it looks like that.
Right.
What Mr. Pro PD, what make you change? What's up? What brought you to this? Well, you know, I don't think we're just trying to go a different direction. But what gave you that decision? How did he come to that decision to do that?
But maybe I don't know. I don't know the answer, right?
Yeah.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they're thinking like how we look at it, and we're thinking maybe they're thinking, hey,
Yeah, and
dancehall has
definitely
run its course. Like, it's not the big ticket item anymore. So we're trying to attract an international audience, and dancehall isn't hitting like it used to on an international level. So let's try this.
Well, no, bro. No.
Well,
So funny enough, one of the stations that I used to work on before I came to America in Jamaica, right? Is Hot 102. That station birthed DJ Wayne. DJ Wayne used to work at Ari, one of the baddest, dopest, like scratching and all that stuff. And he's one of the hardest dude on radio and stuff like that, or was. And then you have ZJ Liquid and Bones. 3 of them had one program, like a mix show on Friday nights and Saturday nights. Those dudes was killing it. Individually, they left Hot 102 when Hot 102 changed the format and went to jazz in Jamaica. They changed the whole format I went
to
to
jazz.
Yo, you can't make this up, yo. My program director, the owner for the station at the time he was managing the station because the PD had left.
But did they say why?
You wanna know that? Well, we are trying to target a different kind of audience, so we're gonna have to switch it up a little bit. Yeah, them niggas went to jazz, bro. And then I remember we were, because I started working there like from I was like 16, 17. Right? So I remember they had a meeting and they were doing the announcement like, yeah, so. Then I read it from the paper. Big up Mr. God for that. I love you. Yes, so we are about to change the format of the station because we're going to do jazz. And jazz with the talk shows, I think, would be a good hit. And so my hand was up. My nose, I said it was up. So, Mr. Dyer, you don't think it's going to change, change the station and what you know about radio, young man? I said, Mr. Dyer, so Bones, what's gonna happen to Bones and DJ Wayne? Well, they can play the jazz. Yo, big up God for Dyer. Anyway, Robert Russell, big up. Yo, bro, that was funny.
So that's crazy. So I guess it's kind of even deeper than we thought. It's like,
yeah, because you have classism in Jamaica too as well. You know what I mean? Not everyone is about that lifestyle of the shooting up and shatter lifestyle and all that stuff. You have, because Jamaica, you have quote unquote uptown and downtown, and the uptown would consist of the upper class Jamaicans or the elites. You know what I mean? But keep in mind they have kids too, and the kids that they have, what they listen to, dancehall.
Right.
Hip hop.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just think as you get older with certain positions you hold, you should consult with the younger youths. I just think that way. You know?
I don't know, man. I guess it's a multi-leveled problem too, because it's like it's catch-22, because it's like even if the dancehall artists, damn, it's deeper than I thought. I guess so. If the dancehall artists even do start being more, going back to the more authentic sound, it's like they don't really have too many outlets in their own country to get it out to the masses.
They have it. They have it, because even though you have one and two stations that switch, you still have. How you think they get the music now? They get the music through YouTube and all that stuff.
Got you.
So it's just for the artists to make hits and stuff like that. Yo, they have a rhythm right now called Big Bounce. Big Bounce is like an authentic dancehall rhythm, right? And that rhythm is running the whole place. But again, like I'm telling you, the producers that's doing the music, if they see one person's get a hit from doing like a R&B trappish kind of vibe, that's what he's gonna do.
But the thing is, it's like producers don't even make rhythms no more.
Nah.
I remember you used to have to go. You get a rhythm, you go get that 12-inch pause, and you had to buy 2 of those because there was so many tunes that were like hitting. There were big songs on one rhythm. That don't happen no more. Nobody makes. I don't think.
They're trying to.
Artists,
they're trying to bring it back, because
you think so? Like, because juggling is kind of like that. Juggling is dead.
So they're trying to bring it back, because right now Russian is working on a rhythm that he had back in the day called Go Go, and now it's called Dirty Money. So he has been voicing up a lot of artists on the rhythm and stuff. So they're trying to slowly. It's trying to come back. It's trying to come back. But then you had so much rivals within dancehall. One of the biggest thing I think crash dancehall right now to this day is that rival between Gaza and Gully. The fact that we can't see Vybz Kartel and Movado at their peak do a song together, that was a problem.
You think so?
What? There was a big separation.
Some people would say it fueled dancehall and it piqued some people's interest because of the feud and everything like that. Some people would say the opposite.
which song from Vibes Cartel and Movado right now you play that came from that whole war? None. Exactly. So it's just a thing. It's just like that was just a thing in the corner, like, yeah, them a war over this. But all the songs that hit from Vibes Cartel and Movado was all regular songs that they do in the studio. Like they go into the studio, say, yo, I'm doing this song for the girls, I'm doing this song for Shatters or the Rude Boys. Those are all the songs that hit. You know what I mean?
Wow. It's crazy, man. So David, what are you gonna do to bring back dancehall?
So funny enough, I was about to say that. Funny enough, I was about to say that because you see, so now we have to we have to get into this mindset, right? Like, okay, so we're in the mainstream. We know what the songs, the thing's supposed to sound like, right? So guess what? We I think it's on us, like the me, the you, the Madouts in New York, the probably the Steely Bashmans or the
DJs,
the DJs now who know the sounds, like to step up and say, all right, is either I'm gonna do my DJ Khaled thing and produce authentic dancehall and get better writers or get some writers from dancehall and start doing some songs and just put it out because we know what the song sounds like. We see what the people are going for in this market. Probably won't catch on in Jamaica, but yo, we're in the mainstream. So if we do it, approach it from that angle, I think it's something that can work, bro.
Well, hopefully, I hope it does because I love dancehall. I love reggae. I want to see it thrive again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's dead. I would just say it's different right now.
It's different. It's going through its stage. You know what I mean? It's going through.
And all music does that though. Yeah. Hip hop has done it. House music has done it. Pop has done it.
The fact that he's even saying hip hop, you see, that there's an indictment on on all the rappers. You know something is wrong, bro. You know something's wrong. So it's either it's a purge, or you know what I mean, it's doing like a cleanse kind of thing.
Yeah, I think eventually it'll turn back around because that's just how the world works. That's just how the universe works. That's how music works. Everything circles back around. You know what I mean?
Have you listened to the Nicki Minaj album as yet?
Not fully, no.
Bro, if you listen to that album, like her writing, the production, it's like you're saying, yo, this is where hip hop should be.
I heard she was getting flack because she had too much dancehall influence in there.
Suck them mother. Yeah, alone, Nicki alone. Yo, it bad. Yeah, she used a lot of slangs and stuff, but bro, the production, everything on the album was tight, yo. Like you can tell that they sat with this album for a little while and stuff and it's not ranchy, it's not.
She took her time with it.
She took her time and she was singing because she was singing on this album.
Right.
You know what I mean? And even at one point, she has some songs that have like some double hooks. Like she has a chorus and then you hear another part down there. You say, wait, I thought that was the chorus.
So it's like a pre-chorus.
It was a pre-chorus. Right. So she definitely worked with this album, worked on this album. And that's what hip hop is supposed to sound like, or even music today. Because if you listen to pop, that's what that shit sound like.
Right.
That shit has a start, an end, a middle. It has everything. It has chorus, pre-chorus, it has verses, bridge, and all that stuff. Right. Intro.
Right.
That's what music's supposed to sound like, bro. Not necessarily every music can sound like that, but at least, come on.
Well, David, we counting on you to save dancehall music. The pressure's on you. I appreciate you, bro. We got to do this more often. You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready, bro. I'm ready.
I'm going to have you on the podcast a lot more.
Yeah, let's do it.
Wake you up early in the morning, have you come
through. Yeah, yo. You said afternoon, though.
No, I said noon. Well, David, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys like, subscribe, all that good stuff. At DJ Cash ATL on all platforms. Let them know where they can find you, David.
At Mixmaster David, I'm gonna have my manager call you. So you know what I mean, because you talk about regular now. So it's like
I don't do managers. I don't talk to managers. Man, we appreciate y'all. We gone.
Love always.